Hello everyone, and welcome back to the penultimate episode of my Chrono Trigger Let's Play. In the last episode, we boarded the Black Omen and fought Queen Zeal, and now we're ready for our final confrontation with Lavos. The first phase of this fight is basically a boss rush, where Lavos mimics previous bosses we've defeated. Lavos also seems to mimic the original stats of these bosses, which means we make quick work of them. Apologies if my voice sounds a little bit different in the voiceover segments in this episode. I've got a bit of a head cold I'm trying to get over. It's nothing serious, but at this point, this is the longest I've ever gone without uploading a video to this channel. So I just decided to sit down and record, and I'm gonna have to take several takes of these voiceovers. This is already like the 20th time I've tried to record this one, and I'm gonna have to edit out some sniffles and throat clearing. I won't get into too much detail. I don't want to gross you guys out, but yeah, hopefully I can get the audio cleaned up where it's not too noticeable or distracting. And I thank you for bearing with me. In the final part of this phase, Lavos doesn't appear to be mimicking any other boss, and is just doing its own thing. It's still not very strong though, and it only takes a few powerful spells to bring it down. It's finally over. And well, that's it for Chrono Trigger, guys. I really enjoyed this game. Thanks so much for watching. This couldn't be enough to have done in something so strong. I guess we don't have a choice. We're in pretty deep. We're okay, right? This must be Lavos. This is the real thing? Laser beams, arms open the doors to oblivion? I think it's what it said. I didn't read it fast enough. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna keep unloading on him. I think I will have to stop and heal after this. Hopefully he doesn't come out with some big damage move right now. Okay, we got an arm down. That's good. What the hell? I thought I had Chrono like immune to status effects. I love this music. Damn. Holy shit. How does Luca's weapon do damage? It's crazy. Is that it? Did we get it? What the hell? Is that the real Lavos? Now I understand. It lives on a planet for as long as possible, selecting the most desirable life forms. allowing them to advance and then harvesting their DNA. The young it gave birth to on Death Peak must have all of that DNA. Eventually they'll migrate to other planets and repeat the cycle. This thing is the reason we're all here? It's a parasite, sleeping within the Earth all this time, stealing all our progress. This planet is our home, Lean's, Doan's, everyone's, and we're taking it back. Impossible. You can't toy with an entire world and think I'll let you get away with it. This music, the last fight and this fight are both fucking awesome. I really like this one though. So we're finally facing the true form of Lavos. Coming into this fight not understanding any of the mechanics, I had a hard time with it at first. I started out by just trying all different types of attacks on each target to see what worked and what didn't. I realized pretty quickly that magic would heal the left pod and that I couldn't really do much damage to the right pod at all. I also noticed that the left pod would always heal the center pod, so I tried physical attacks on the left pod and was able to destroy it. This caused the right pod to lower its defenses, but I didn't actually notice that initially, and I was mainly focused on this as an opportunity to damage the center pod without the left pod healing. After casting Luminaire, I did notice that the right pod's defenses were down, but by that point I had wasted my window of opportunity to do damage to it. The left pod was revived, and not long after that, the center pod used Grandstone and took out Luca and Marl. The fight dragged on for a little bit after this, with me kind of struggling to get both of them revived and healed up, but I was never able to recover and ended up getting defeated. So at this point, I thought I needed to try to destroy all 3 pods at the same time in order to win. This is actually not the case. In reality, you only need to destroy the right pod. However, since its defenses are high until one of the other pods gets destroyed, you do still have to deal with the other pods. But my misunderstanding of this fight still ended up leading me to develop a winning strategy, even if it was by accident. My strategy was basically the same thing as what I'd kind of stumbled upon in my first attempt, but on purpose this time. And without wasting time trying stuff that didn't work. Knowing what I know now about how the fight works, I would probably change my party and put Isla in instead of Luca for more physical damage. And maybe put Frog in instead of Marl too, so that I had a group heal. But you know what they say, hindsight is 20/20. So anyways, I got back to the final phase again, and this time I still had everyone immune to status effects, which helped. I immediately took down the left pod with physical attacks and started using my most powerful spells on the center and right pods. I was able to destroy the center pod, but both the left and center pods were revived immediately after that. I started the cycle over and was really discouraged when I couldn't bring down the right pod before the other pods were revived again. But I got in a few more spells before the right pod's defenses went back up and I was able to destroy it. And since I thought I had to destroy them all at the same time, it came as a complete surprise to me when the other 2 pods were also destroyed. Damn, we were that close. Oh, we got it. Woo! There we go. Chrono. 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 You, wake up and get your wretched body out of bed. Your stay of execution has been withdrawn. You will accompany us to the castle now, where we will carry out your sentence. We've been searching high and low for you, Chrono. Where did you take my daughter? You're searching high and low, and then you found me in my bedroom? Where else had you looked? Daddy, no! Chrono hasn't done a thing. My daughter says Chrono has done nothing. What do you think of that, Chancellor? If I may speak freely, Your Grace, I think your daughter is quite clearly delusional. Chrono's deeds have impacted the entire kingdom. The Chancellor too? What's the matter with you? Please, just listen to me. There's a reason I've been gone. You see, we had to save the future. What? You saved the future and taught us what it is to have hope. You defeated Magus's troops and restored peace to the realm in the year 600. Chrono beat reptites. What's going on? Why are you all here? Luca, you brought them here, didn't you? It's a hell of a prank. Hey, let's trick our friend into thinking he's gonna be executed. Haha, it's just a prank, bro. You undertook quite a daunting mission. These past and future members of our line told me about it. Members of our line? You mean these people are all my ancestors and descendants? Here I was fussing about rules when you were off protecting our kingdom and the life of the entire planet. I believe a victory parade is in order. Tonight we celebrate you, the hero who saved the world. Now Nadia, why don't you go and enjoy the last night of the fair? Come along with Chrono, our hero. Come along with Princess Nadia, home safe at last. May Guardia prosper for another 1,000 years. Let the Moonlight Parade begin. Yeah, I wonder, is it possible to not save Luca's mother? And if you didn't, would she not be there in this scene? There's Melchior. All right, I saw later, after I'd already recorded a bunch of episodes, that some people say it's Melchior. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep calling him Melchior. Am I supposed to press something? Or is this, oh, we can move around. Can't access the menu. Ooh. Tape it. Ah, nothing better than a toast under the stars. Chrono, have a sip. You're the hero today. Honey, don't just be a sack of potatoes. Dance with me. Oh, Chrono, the king says you saved the future. To think, my daughter's own best friend. Wait till I tell my friends. I can't believe it. They say you saved the world, but still, I do wish you would spend a little more time around the house. It's terribly troublesome having no one to look after the pets. Okay. I don't suspect there'll be much need for weapons anymore. My days as a smith may be at an end. But looking up at that beautiful sky, it's hard to be worried about something like that. Princess Nadia, you look beautiful. No, don't get me wrong, honey. You look good too. This is fantastic. Okay, well, what's up here? This guy's lunch still over here? Nope. It's gone. Oh, we can't go back to Luca's robot. They seem to be just directing us one general place, don't they? It's up here. Well, everyone, this is it. The time of parting is upon us at last. The gate is growing weak now that Lavos is gone. We've got to say our goodbyes before the gate closes for good. You're all leaving? Chrono strong. Marl strong too. Isla have fun. You're my distant ancestor, so you'd better have strong, healthy kids or I'll be in trouble. Heh. No worry. Isla much energy. What the fuck? Yeah, she does. Wait, what did you mean by that? Kino dumb. I let go now. Exuberant folk, and to think we may all have descended from them. Well, your majesty, Queen Lena waits. We, too, should take our leave. Frog. I've always felt farewells were best kept brief. You're right. Who needs words? Aw, you know it's a happy ending when the princess kisses the frog. This is gonna make me cry, isn't it? I'm already starting to tear up a little bit. Luca, I will keep working hard in the future. What's wrong, Luca? Aren't you going to say goodbye to Robo? So, you realized... Realized what? Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. The world will never be ruined now. Robo may not exist in the new future. Haha, do not be ridiculous. The new future will certainly have a place for me. Darn it, Robo. Don't pretend you don't care when you're really sad. It just makes things worse. You are the one who taught me to consider the feelings of others in that manner, Luca. I am grateful for that. Don't cry, Luca. I'm sure Robo will still be built in the new future. Don't just... Oh, man. Goodbye. Caution, oil has occluded my vision sensors. Sight diminished. Just like that. It's just the three of us now. Do you remember that talk we had? You mean about whether our lives will flash by before we die? Yeah, I get the feeling that Entity is finally at rest too. Yes, I feel it too. It's awfully easy to mess things up traveling through time. We should probably dismantle the epic, shouldn't we? We'd never be able to see any of the others again, though. You naughty thing, come back here. See, Chrono, pets run away when you don't feed them. Hey, come back here. What? Oh no, Chrono, that gate will never open again. Well, it looks like we have no choice but to go after them. Go after them? But the gate's already... Luca, you don't mean... We still have a time machine. Yeah, ha ha. Oh, there you are, Princess. His Grace is looking for you. I'm happy, you know. Now there's no reason for you to be running off anymore. I have a gift for you, Nadia, to commemorate this day. This is Nadia's bell. It will ring out across the land. Pretty, isn't it? Nadia, could you and where did everyone go? Could someone please lend me a hand? Thanks for the gift, but I have places to be. Oh, is that the epic taken off? Phew, made it just in time. Shall I fire a few off? No, Taban, not now. I could actually use your help. Wow, that's it. This has been Chrono Trigger. I should have wrote down what I wanted to say about this game. Okay, so to spare you a few minutes of my rambling, I actually did just write down my thoughts, and I'm recording this now as I edit the video. It's been a few weeks since I've recorded this gameplay footage now, and I've had plenty of time to think about the game, and I should start by just saying that I love this game. I remember liking it when I originally played it, but I don't think I really absorbed the story the first time. Reading all the dialogue out loud as I played and then having to listen to myself read it when I edited, that definitely helped with kind of retaining more of the story this time. The characters and the story are the real stars of this game. I'd say my favorite characters were probably Frog and Robo. Frog's redemption story is probably one of my favorite storylines for a character from any game I've played. And Robo, of course, is just, his story is just one tragic gut punch after another. My least favorite character was Isla, unfortunately. She is very useful in combat, but she always seems to ruin dramatic moments with her cavewoman speak whenever I had her in my party during cutscenes. And I just felt like she had the least to do in the story of any of the characters. Now, of course, Chrono was also pretty uninteresting, but I'm giving him a pass because he's the main character and he was just kind of meant to be a stand-in for the player, someone you could project your own thoughts onto. The combat in this game was probably the weakest area of the game for me. It is fun when you're first starting out and you're unlocking new techs, but the game never really gives you a reason to master the combat. There were probably dozens of techs that I never used during my playthrough, and I'll be the first to admit that I never felt like I had a good grasp on combat, and I think I probably made the game look harder than it really is. It probably didn't help that I basically handicapped myself by never stealing anything in the whole series, pretty much. Yeah, it was just because I didn't really like having Isla in my party. When I was choosing party members, I mean, I tried to keep them balanced, but I also wanted to pick party members who I thought made sense for the point in the story I was at. And for the reasons I said earlier, Isla just wasn't someone I wanted to have in there. I wish I would have been able to steal with a different character. That would have been nice. Yeah, like I said, I'll readily admit that I did not really master this combat system. Even so, I was left wanting more of a challenge from this game. And I should say here that I'm recording this after I have already completed the post-game content, and that includes defeating the Dream Devourer and beating the true final form of Specchio. So yeah. Moving on to the music. Yeah, the soundtrack in this game is amazing. I think I mentioned in the first episode of this playthrough that I'd never played a JRPG with bad music. But this is not just not bad music. This is right up there with my favorite JRPG soundtracks of all time. I think Final Fantasy IX still holds that honor for me of being the best, but Chrono Trigger's soundtrack is easily in my top 5. My favorite tracks were Corridors of Time and The Lost Battle, and I've been listening to a reorchestrated version of the soundtrack while I've been editing and writing these videos. And it's really great. The channel is Malcolm Robinson Music, and I'll try to remember to link the playlist in the description of this video. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. Again, I really loved it. I thought it was great. And, okay, what's going on here? It's just waiting for me to press a button now. Nothing else is going to happen. Oh, it's not over yet. What is this now? So I think that probably was the original ending of the game, because I think all these animated scenes have been added in the DS/Steam/mobile port. Oh. Here's Glenn becoming Sir Glenn. I don't think we ever learned his last name. All right. I'm gonna go do badass stuff. See you guys later. And the lovely couple. There's Melchior. What is that? What do you have with him? A gift for the honeymoon? What is that? Oh, it's a Luca and a little baby robo. Huh? The hell? Just a baby out here in the forest? We're just taking it. Okay, that's our baby now. Huh, well that's weird. Is that... It's like setting up something. Is it a reference to something in Chrono Cross? I don't know. I've played Chrono Cross, but I remember even less about it than I did about this game. And I didn't remember as much about this game as I thought I would. So yeah, I don't know. You can let me know in the comments what that was all about. I might play Chrono Cross at some point on this channel, but I would kind of like to do a blind let's play for my next big series. The game I have my eye on right now is actually Grandia 2. I haven't played it before. I've heard good things about the Grandia series, but I saw it recommended to just start with 2 because the story isn't really related to 1 in a consequential way. And it's a better game according to some stuff that I read. You know, it's all subjective, of course. But yeah, I've been looking at that game. Another game kind of on my radar would be Undertale. I've never played Undertale, so I think that one would be interesting. I've heard lots of good things about it as well. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, I think this episode is over. I'll let the credits roll. I'll chime back in if anything interesting happens. But otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up here. This is not the final episode. There will be one more episode where I just kind of wrap up all of the post-game content. And it might take a while for that video to come out because I'm going to try to just edit it all down into one episode, and I don't know how long that's going to take. It might take a while. But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like. You can also subscribe to see the last episode of this series and see what I play next. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.